Great afternoon, everyone, and welcome with Trading with OZ. Today, almost no show, but decided to go in anyway because we have a couple of trades. Of course, since it is a last minute, I don't expect you guys to come out in here, but shout out to you guys. You are always in the look for the show, so hopefully you guys are just like skiing into the show as soon as you see it. Nonetheless, let's get started because today it's just gonna be just a touch and go. So just skipping through a couple of trades, skipping through a couple of setups, and we'll get it. So by the way, guys, I'm feeling much better. Still with a little bit of cough, but and I just need to say that, right? But other than that, doing fantastic and happy holidays, guys. So let's get it and let's go to our charts. All right, let's go first in here to Link. Link, it's already playing out. Last session, we entered for a half and half position. Hey, DKTGT, what is up, bro? Welcome, my friend. Welcome. So there we go. We are in here. Remember that this was a half of an entry versus a half of an entry. We already have taken the first one in here. We're going upwards. And at this point, we are right here at almost right there at the zero line. This is just basically not moving. And remember that today we had a couple of announcements on tweets where Donald Trump said that they're going to be taking this week to see if they participate or not on the upcoming events of Middle East. Well, then I think this is more uncertainty, but everybody just holding their breath to see how that plays out. So far, how are we going to be taking a look at this? Tomorrow, it's Friday, all right? I don't know if I still want to hold this open. It's already been 2 days in here. So one thing is being patient, and the other one, I don't know, my patience is just running out, right? I know that we're going to the zero line, and we have a bullish divergence, and we have a higher low, all right? This is a half of a position. Let's do one thing in here. Let's go over our setups, and again, not financial advice, but let's take 50% out of this trade. This will give us a fourth of an entry, all right? And then in here, let's cut our allocation with another 50% zone. So once again, 1/4, all right? So at this point, we are reducing risk. All right, I really don't want to close this trade, but I also really don't want to keep it open more than it's necessary. So right now we're kind of in the limbo, like the decisions needs to be made, right? So this is exactly what we're doing. If I'm not sure if I should be leaving it open or not, what I do is I cut my risk and take my chances, all right? So what am I taking my chances? Let's go to Bitcoin really quick so I can explain you guys. Bitcoin, it's making a flat pause, all right? Yes, this is actually looking like a very nasty head and shoulders with a cricket downwards in here movement, all right? But look at that. We created a double bullish divergence, all right? So what if we have another shoulder like this and then everything goes parabolic? I don't think like parabolic like this, all right? I'm thinking like parabolic like this movement, all right? Not that big of a deal, but still that 2% gains, not that bad at all, right? At 3% gains, at 5% gains, not that bad. In fact, let me just measure it. That will be like a 3%. Yeah, like a 4%. There you go. Even 4.95. I was pretty far away from that 3. But nonetheless, a 5% move, that is a very worth movement so far. So we're having this build up of momentum, right? This build up on those divergences. So I see username in the house. What's up, my friend? Welcome. French Toaster, what is up? Mrs. Alexandra GG, what's up, Alexandra? Welcome. Frank the Tank, KTGT. Let me read your name. Curtis Hill, what's up, bro? Not glasses right now, a little too far away. Small text, excuse me, but I'll try to make my best in here. What else? Who else we got in here? KDGT, of course, first one in the chat. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Nice to have you around. I knew you guys will be jumping right in as soon as the charts were starting. Thank you. Really appreciate it. I cannot go without you guys. You guys are amazing. So Look at that. We are not, I mean, we are not falling, right? Just now. But again, it's looking like we're making that head and shoulders, that very nasty head and shoulder. So we still have some time for this to redeem itself, right? We still have some time for this turn into or jump into the green cloud, right? Our prime score is not that bearish. It's pretty bearish, not gonna lie, pretty bearish, right? But also we're close to break and we are on pump. So technically we are slightly bullish in this instant negativity. At the end of it all, we are ranging, all right? So what if, and this is another, remember when we talked about morphology, right? What if this can become a double bottom? Again, hopium, I don't want to just fall in the ditch of hopium, all right? I don't want to hang myself with the rope of hopium, right? That's something that not because I'm bullish, I'm going to be forcing every single thing to make me stay. That's why the first thing that we did was cutting in half of our position, right? That way we're cutting the risk. But here's the thing. We are making, in case you did not notice, now let me just fix this, right? Let's do it like that, or even like this. Either way, we are creating, and I think this one works much better, right? Because we're grabbing this week's, and this body, right? We're making a symmetrical triangle. What are the odds on symmetrical triangle? Those are 50-50. Now you see why I'm like, all right, this looks like a head and shoulders, but also I don't want to short it just now. We are kind of like in the limbo. We see this momentum build up in here, but at the same time, we're not out of the red cloud. So we have mixed signals, right? And that is because we're ranging. We are ranging, right? So far, I'm going to be trading the breakout more than anything else. But since we already have an open order, we're going to hold it. We're going to hold it just for tomorrow. Not going to leave it open throughout the weekend, especially not throughout the weekend, because remember what I believe that announcements from Iran Supreme Leader was like something memorable was going to happen. I think last week. I don't know. Maybe he got confused. Hopefully he did. Maybe he just was bluffing. Hopefully he had, right? Nonetheless, I don't want to take my chances. Not today. Not this weekend, right? So let's just leave it today. Link a position. We already have taken 50%. In that 50% that we took, we're going to place it, or we did place it down below for our next reentry. So right now we have basically nothing to lose, and we're still within the trade, right? You see that psychology trick that we did there? So hopefully that plays out. All right, so I do not recommend this state. Oh, what am I missing? All right, Trading Tuition, what is up, brother? Welcome. Nice to have you around, my friend. Nice to have you here. Today, I did not stop by, what was it? Sears? Yeah, I did not stop by Sears, or what was it? Liverpool or something? I don't quite remember what was it. But yeah, I totally got it. I'm also from the 90s. All right, 88. So, and I think you can tell now. Oh man, I need to fix this up. I think this is by trading in the FOMC meetings, man. It's just growing there. All right, let's go to the next couple of things. Let's go hashtag Ethereum. Let's see how that plays out. How is it going? Again, it's just flat, right? That's why I thought maybe just take the day off, because today's, holidays or vacations. But I think it was important just to touch on the open order. I don't want you guys leave you hanging in there with an order open at that point, right? If you took that one. CRS, yes, CRS photos, absolutely, my friend. Didn't stop by today, but appreciate it, love it, love that reference, bro. That was hilarious. So far, are we still hoping for that sweep of the lows? Yes, everything goes, especially if we see that on Bitcoin, which is a big possibility. Remember, let's go back on Bitcoin. Just one more quick look at it, right? Where is our next support if we have a head and shoulders with a cricket zone? Let's bring up support and resistances. Well, like this, or all the way down here. So any of those points, nonetheless, if we break with strength, right? And I think if we break, I think this is going to be it, right? So let's push it like that. So I think our next possible area, it's going to be right here, all right? So big movement, which gets us on Ethereum on a very nice range, right? On a big support areas. Let's take a look at Litecoin. Litecoin did not have that further move to the downside. Nonetheless, it's still ranging like everything else. All right. So I still stand with this analysis, looking for maybe a retracement, breakout, retest. And at this point, it's just, I'm in the same place, right? 50-50. So 50 chances here, 50 chances there. Not quite there yet, but look at that. We did have our flip of the ribbon, not what I wanted to, but we still had that flip of the ribbon, and we're turning on, we're getting into the green cloud. Again, not because one asset like Litecoin is just hanging in there, being bullish by itself, right? If Bitcoin goes, Litecoin will go. Either way. All right, so just be careful in there. I know this looks like a hopium thing, but again, we need to be very, very, very careful. Let's go here for BNB, because BNB is one of the ones that I don't like how is it looking. In fact, it has not yet recuperated from where we left it out. Nonetheless, we technically have a higher low. Technically, we have a higher low, right? So have we broken the trend line? Let me just get rid of this, or at least make it way thinner. Let's go for 1. Let's also make it a little bit less opaque. There we go. Let's get rid of this just for now. So let's draw our trend line in here. This is it, but it's wrongly drawn. There it is, much better. Let's also do it, why not, to 1. Perfect. Let's zoom in. Let's bring up chunky candles in the house. Perfect. We got it right here. And let's make it more pretty. There it is. So is this a breakout? Yeah, it absolutely is, with a double bottom. What are we expecting? It's not about the breakout. It's about your retest. And off we go. Maybe we won't have retest. So how could you be trading this? I wouldn't suggest doing so. And this is why. We're bearish, right? We have the chance to go in one single movement in here and then become a flat pause of bearish continuation, which was where we left it out, right? So I don't know, technically speaking, I do have a bounce entry. All right, technically speaking, I actually, I'm a little bit late. I should have entered one candle before, right? I don't want to give it because this is extremely dangerous, but so far, technically speaking, once again, we could get in here and then retrace. So let's mark it as intention trade. So let's do our long position right here, our stop loss below this week, give it just a little bit of wiggle room, and then we're going to be marking it as intention trade. So hopefully we can. Intention trade. And remember last time we had an intention trade, on Litecoin, it actually played out fantastically, and I was just crying about it, right? Remember that? So yeah, just kind of like remembering that thing. Hey, French Toaster, what's up, bro? Welcome. All right, so let's do 2 more in here. Let's do XRP, and then we'll take a look at the crypto bubbles, and we'll see how is it going. So let's go for XRP. XRP had that pump and dump. I was expecting a retracement. Finding that, let's give it a second in here. Let's give it a second. There we go. Finding support in our dynamic reactor. Did not happen. We actually also went through the zero line in here, right? All the way where we have flip of the ribbon, Peak Seeker, and that's exactly where we have our next movement in there. You know what? This is just too faint. Let me make it a little bit. There we go. Much, much better. All right. So far, so good. What's up with XRP? I think the news were good, but not as good as to overcome the rest of the market, right? Let me just get rid of this. And let's adjust our lines of alerting here. Lower, much lower, and higher, much higher. At this point, I'm still also going to be making a horizontal lines. I want the top, the very tippy top, right? The inner range in here. Then, again, the very tippy bottom and the inner range in there. As you can see, my alerts are in the middle because I don't want to grab this kind of bounces. They might still be a little bit dangerous. We do have a hidden bullish divergence, but that is not too good to be for me to trade it, right? This is just not enough. Yes, pick seeker, fine, but I will not be trading the inside of this range unless I see something like this, higher low, right? Break of the trend line. We don't have a trend line just now, right? And then maybe a string candle breaking to the upside. So that's what I got so far in here. Let's take a look at our crypto bubbles. All right, crypto bubbles. Come on, you got to be kidding me, BCH. Oh man. All right. If we have hashtag ETH, if we have shit coins like what is it, BNB, man, this BCH, it's just, dude, I don't know what could be the worst thing of a coin. Let me know. Freaking hate it, like hate it, especially if you are from the beginning of the crypto, when the creator of BCH was saying that he was the owner of or creator of Bitcoin, and then he tried to say that couple of wallets were there, his, and oh man, what a freaking mess. All right, I know the chain is not his fault, but in fact BCH is just a hard fork of Bitcoin, right? But come on, yeah, layer one, I get it, but you know, that feeling. But still, BCH sucks. Absolutely username. We're up there with that, bro. Yeah. All right, but still, it's green. Let's see if we can pop that bubble, right? So let's go and take a look at BCH. I mean, you know what will make me much happier than BCH not existing? Me shorting it to zero. Making money while it goes to zero. That'll be fantastic for me. So let's go to BCH. We had it right here, of course. There we go. Username. Shorting BCH, spot in slight profit. Nice. Love it, man. Username says BCH2 negative 100. Love it. Hopefully we can get it. All right. And you know what? This is actually surprisingly good, man. Oh, you know, like, I cannot deny it because I would be an a-hole if I do so. I will be just, man, just, you know, following a bias. But this is looking fantastic, to be honest. No shorting just now, but there is a setup that we can do, right? And yes, I still say this is crap, but but come on, this is a beautiful wave pattern, man. I don't know what to tell you. Let's go for this maybe support zones, and let's do another one from here to there, and I think that will be it. All right, so far, let's see if we break out of this zone. Let's add an alert slightly below. At this point, this alert, it's me guessing. All right, why? Because we don't have any support and resistance. Yes, I can take these zones, but if I do it, it will be already there, right? So let's see, maybe if we can hit some low areas in here. By the way, we could be having the same thing that happens here, right? And that's what I will be looking for. So let's see if we have anything else on our indicators. I will be looking forward into my predictive ranges, by the way. So predictive ranges so far, nothing. We're maximized right there. Not really overshooting the areas that I want to see. Well, we do have one right here. Let's just go slightly below here. Do we have any measure? Not really. Let's see. Well, we're still within that tangent so far, right? This goes trend, right? Trend line there. And let's see. Let's get it. No, man. It's just there's nothing in here. All right. So let's just give it some time. What I'm going to be doing is just adding an alert above and adding an alert below. right? Enough, low enough that I can consider retracement, previous lows, right? So let's go for those previous lows somewhere around here, somewhere around 480. And why not? Maybe I'll have to eat my own, well, my own words, right? And maybe we can trade this, but I mean, I love more. I love much more money than I hate BCH, but I hate BCH. So that's how much I like money. All right, so Toaster, drinking pain, love it. All right, guys. So far, that's it for today. I know it's a little bit of a quick session. Let's keep it short. Nothing really moving other than PCH, I guess. But we'll keep an eye on what's going on. I believe by tomorrow we might be seeing a little bit more tilted to somewhere, or at least peaking oscillators, right? So picking at the top, picking at the bottom, breaking through the zero line. A couple of other stuff like OB or OS on our oscillators. That will give us a cleaner direction, right? So guys, you guys are fantastic. You guys are phenomenal. Thank you so much for joining on this quick session. I know there was no notice, but you guys are a fantastic community. Once again, thank you so much for joining. And as always, see you guys tomorrow.